Good morning to everyone. FIT law, 4th unit law. Last topic is types of operating systems. The types of operating system is the we have the most commonly used operating systems are the two types, whereas the MS-DOS and Windows 7. What do you mean that MS-DOS is the Microsoft Disk Operating System? It is an operating system for x86 based. It is used by the personal computer, and most of the DOS operating system was used by the IBM personal computers, and these IBM was used the operating system in 1980s. It was gradually superseded by operating system, and it is offering the graphical user interface, that is nothing but the communication. In particular, by various generations, the Microsoft Windows operating system will be introduced. Before that, we are using the only Microsoft DOS operating system, nothing but the disk operating system. It allows and it performs a number of functions of DOS are performed by giving commands in DOS prompt. First one is it take commands from the keyboard and interprets them. Interpret is nothing but the checking the commands, and it shows all the files in the system. It will be showing the files which is existed in the system. It create new file and allots space for programs. It create a new file and change the name of a file in place of old name. Already existing name undanukonda oka file ki, it is also able to change the new name to that particular existing file. It copies the information in external and internal storage devices. It moves the data from one location to another location, and it helps in locating a file, and it searches where the file is located in the disk. If we want to the information in the file to be printed, it gives a printout of the information, and it hides the files and directories so as not to be seen by others. That is nothing but it protect the files, and it permanently removes the file, totally delete the file. These are all the functions are done by the DOS. This is the first operating system, whereas the single user operating system and personal computers operating system is the MS-DOS. Microsoft organization will be introduced. Mostly the IBM company is used the DOS operating system. Next, another one is the Windows 7. The Windows 7 is a personal computer operating system, and it is developed by the Microsoft, and it is a part of the Windows NT. NT is nothing but the networks of operating system, and it is released and manufactured on July 22 on 2009 and become generally available on October 29 to 2009. Less than 3 years after releases of its procedures, Windows Vista, the operating system provides a new interface that uses graphics to simplify navigation and completing common tasks, thus making learning and working easier. This is the better operating system compared to the MS-DOS. and it performs the number of functions, whereas access applications nothing but the programs on your computer, whereas the word processing, games, spreadsheets, calculators, and so on. And load any new programs onto the computer. Easily it loads the new programs on the computer. Manage hardware such as a printers, scanners, mouse, and other devices. And manages how files are stored on your computer, whereas the file management nothing but the covered later in this and module. Change the computer settings such as color, schema, screensaver, and the resolution of your monitor. Those are all are the functions are done by the Windows 7. And the features of Windows 7 are the hardwaring, recognition, and support for virtual hard disks, and improved performance on multi-core processors, and improved boot performances, direct access and kernel improvements. And Windows 7 adds support for system using multiple heterogeneous graphics cards from different vendors, and redesigned calculator with multi-line capabilities and including programmer and statistics mode. These are all are the easily accessed by the Windows 7 and perform the operations on the certain applications. And it is also the performing the different actions and different workplaces. And it is important to know several features of Windows 7 system. The features are desktop, icon, window, dialog box, start menu, taskbar, tab menu. Those are all are the important features of Windows 7. Desktop is the area you see when the computer is not running applications. It consists of icon on top of it, as well as the start button and other features. Can be used to temporarily store information or to move around documents and windows. Those are all are the desktop. Monitor name and desktop tab. Icons are little pictures that represents different programs or saved items, and double clicking on the icon accessing of the information icons represents. And window is nothing but the each application opened will appear is its own window. Different అప్లికేషన్స్ మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నప్పుడు డిఫరెంట్ విండోస్ ఓపెన్ అయితే దాన్నే ఏమంటున్నాము అంటే విండో అంటున్నాము, ఆర్ ఇట్స్ ఓన్ లిటిల్ సెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద స్క్రీన్. Windows can be moved and resized so that you can operate many different applications at the same time, and manipulate Windows portion of level to learn how to manipulate. There is a window. Dialog box. When you ask the computer to do certain command such as save your workbook, the computer will need more information from you, and this will appear of dialog box. These box contain options and commands for the computer to execute. Those are all the dialog boxes. At that time, say when we want to save a file, at that time we are clicking the save button. At that time it will open the save dialog box. The dialog box lo endi manam entering the file name and click on the save button. At that time the file will be saved. అట్లాంటివి ఆ డైలాగ్ బాక్సెస్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఉంటాయి. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ అప్లికేషన్స్లో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పర్ఫామ్ అవుతాయి. అండ్ స్టార్ట్ మెనూ, it is the lower left hand corner of the window screen. The start button, it have the menus will appear which will be called to the start menu. This menu gives the access to the different parts of the functions of the computer. And taskbar, at the very bottom of the screen, the horizontal bar will be there. It is called the taskbar, and it contains the from left to right the start button, shortcuts to various programs, and another section shortcuts are include the sound, volume, printers, and the time. These all are appear on the taskbar. And tab menus, tab which are often present of the dialog boxes are menus that represents many different pages of information. To access the page and click to the tab of the top of the dialog box. These are all are the tabs. These features are in the MS, nothing but the Microsoft or nothing but the Windows 7. Windows 7 we have the different types of features like this. Enough.